Welcome to learning about WebQuests. WebQuest creator Bernie Dodge defines it as an inquiry-oriented activity in which most or all of the information used by learners is drawn from the web. WebQuests are designed to use learners' time well, to focus on using information rather than looking for it, and to support learners' thinking at the levels of analysis, synthesis, and evaluation. WebQuests are long-term projects compared to cyber hunts and may last a couple of lessons or a month. With WebQuest, students are motivated researching real-world web-based resources that are current and offer differing viewpoints, while engaging in cooperative learning, higher-level thinking skills, and content knowledge. To get a visual of how web hunts enhance instruction, we're going to start on WebQuest.org. This site is copyrighted by Bernie Dodge himself and offers a lot of valuable information. We're looking at the page devoted to creating WebQuests. Here, Bernie points out that WebQuests can be developed using Word, PowerPoint, and even Excel if it has these critical attributes. A real WebQuest is wrapped around a doable, interesting task that is a scaled-down version of things that adults do, requires high-level thinking, not just summarizing, and makes good use of the web and web resources. Then he explains what a WebQuest is not. It isn't a research report or a step-by-step math or science procedure, and it isn't a series of web-based experiences where students go from page to page completing tasks like in many cyber hunts. Next, he directs teachers to his Quest Garden site. This site is geared toward making it easier for teachers to create and share web quests. There's a 30-day free trial or just $20 for a 2-year subscription, but many of these quests are for public use. Here's the Quest Garden search page. You can search with keywords, subject and grade, and by design pattern. Let's look for a web quest about graphs. The search pulls up a table of web quests letting us know if it's shared, the name and description, design pattern, grade and content areas, as well as the reading level, which is important to consider. We're going to look at the Graph Detectives quest to get an idea of what's typically included in web quests. There's usually an introduction, task, process, evaluation, conclusion, and a resource page. In this one, the resource page is called the credits. Then a teacher page offers specific information for teachers using the quest. Let's click through this one about parabola translations and transformations. Students work in groups of 3, and here's each of their tasks. Go to the process page to see each student's specific task. The evaluation of the task is in rubric form for students. The conclusion sums it all up. And the credits again offer resources and give attention to all who helped in the development of the quest. Finally, the teacher section offers information needed for the quest and any important instructions. Now let's look at a couple of web quests created outside of Quest Garden. This was created by Danielle Nix, a student in the eMints program through the University of Missouri using Weebly. This website and others used in this site are provided on my webpage. So let's click through her pages. Let's see, we're on the home page, and it tells 4th graders they need to help ooey gooey chocolate bars by using surveys, graphing, and oral presentations. The introduction tells students how ooey gooey choco bars needs their help and what their team must do. Then here's the task. The process gives specific steps to complete the goal with current web resources. Here's our underline bit. When you roll over them, you can see which ones are links. She links 3 evaluations that have rubrics created in Excel. And you can again roll over them and see which ones those are. You have to download them though. The conclusion offers a summary and further ways to explore the tools used in the tasks. And then she also uses credits, and they give us a resource page. Then last but not least, the teacher page gives instruction to teachers talking about learners and standards. This is something you should look at first when considering a WebQuest. Finally, I'm going to breeze through a WebQuest on Sunol.com. Sunol is a free web-based software for creating WebQuests in a short time without having to use HTML, and it has a large archive of usable WebQuests. This WebQuest is about fracture fairy tales. It has a welcome page, an introduction, here's the task, the process, it includes a lot of different media for the students. Here's their evaluation. It's also in rubric form. A conclusion to sum everything up. And the teacher page, which again you should read before you do a WebQuest. Sunol also offers an area that has about authors. You can evaluate the WebQuest, look at other reviews if there are any, see statistics on it, export everything you need from the WebQuest, and then it shares ways that you can share the WebQuest. Throughout all of these WebQuests, you see how the processes make good use of web links to gather information and skills, and how they can encourage higher level thinking skills. They're also very motivating and use cooperative learning. While there are many ways to create WebQuests, to get started with yours, read Linda Starr's article, Creating a WebQuest. It's Easier Than You Think, brought to you by Education World and provided below.